Good afternoon, everyone. Today we'll be discussing about the concept of the IEEE Ethernet LAN that we will be discussing today. So let's check what do you mean by this IEEE LAN. It was said to be introduced mainly through the concept of Aloha only in 1970s where it came, where it had even the random access which we have discussed earlier. Afterwards in 1979 the Ethernet 2 standard it came, then IEEE 802.3 LAN standard came, which is of 10 Mbps. Then the fastest Ethernet, that is 100 Mbps, it was introduced in 1995. In 1998, the gigabit Ethernet was set to be introduced in 2002. 10 gigabit Ethernet was introduced, and Ethernet, which is used in today's format, it has an interface like this. Okay, it has a tab through which it gets transferred the information from one system to another system through the tap, and you have the interface cables which will be getting connected to many other systems which are said to be controlling the whole thing. Okay, so this is the structure of a normal Ethernet LAN. Okay, but the Ethernet LAN, it will be using the concept of your CSMA CD, where it will be allotting the time slots for the information which is being transferred. Okay, time, if a collision happens, the time of detect collision is being used, and when the information is being transferred over the channel, when it has acquired the channel, that information is being maintained, and even it will be providing the length for each and every frame to execute itself. Okay, and it will be having a retransmission scheduling, where it schedules the transmission and then it sends the information, and even it will be calculating the maximum round trip propagation, and even the MAC working time it will be known. Okay, and even the transmission information, it will be maintained through the powers of 2 to the power k, and at a time it will be allowed to transmit about 16 retransmissions it can do at a time. Okay, so the Ethernet 802 LAN, it consists of a transmission rate of 10 Mbps. Then it is transmitted about minimum frames about 512 bits, that is 64 bytes. Slot is about 512 bits per 10 megabits per second it will be transmitting, which is nearly equal to like 10.24 kilometers it will travel, and it will transmit this much of information at a time, and it can carry about 2500 meters with the help of a 4 repeaters in between which will be used, and it is said to be 10 times more, which is said to be covering than other types of network. Okay, so this is the structure of an Ethernet 802.3 MAC frame. It consists of a preamble, you have SD, destination and source addresses, length information, padding between both the ends, and the FCS. Okay, each frame, it will be using the concept of preamble, which synchronizes the clock between the transmitter and the receiver, and it has a 7-bit square wave generation which will be generated at each and every level, and minimum start frame is changes from each and every time from zeros to ones and zeros to ones, whatever it is it will be transmitting, and 10 patterns are being sent and received at the receiver's end. Okay, and the MAC frame you can have various types of destination and source addresses. One is single address, which is said to be address for that particular destination address, one IP address it will be considered, and the group address, it's nothing but multiple systems which are being getting connected. Those who are said to be broadcasting their information, that comes under the group address. Local address, that particular one source to one destination is the local address, and the global address, everywhere where it has to travel the information from one end to another end, it will be in the format of 24 bits it will be considering, and it will be helpful through the help of the Cisco's generation and even COM generation. Okay, and even it has a length which is of calculated in bytes, and about 1518 maximum bytes it can consider, and maximum information also it is really equal to 1500 bytes, and padding ensures minimum frames which are said to be padded at the end for the protection purpose it is said to be used. Okay, and FCS, it covers maximum length address from one end to another end where the information is being transferred, and the padding happens from both the ends, and it will be through the help of an NIC which gets connected globally, and the NIC mainly it discards the frames which are of length which is not said to be good one, which is not said to be maintaining its proper length, those it will be discarded by the network interface. Okay, so you have even the DIX Ethernet 2 frame structure, where it follows the same structure, and it may be used in various Ethernet connections of the Xerox machines where it is being used. And IP/ARP, nothing but address resolution protocols. You are said to be using this concept of Ethernet 2, and it will be used in many other aspects of physical layer connections when it is being done. Like one system to another system, you are said to be connected only. Without wireless connection, it is not being maintained. It's a wired connection which will be maintained through the help of an Ethernet, which covers maximum length, which can get the information transmitted without errors at a continuous way. Okay, and it will be using even the concept of the SAP and DSAP, destination source access point, and your source access point are being considered, where you even have the PDOs which will help you out in getting connected, protocol data units which get connected from one unit to another unit, and the logical link control, it will help you out in linking from one layer to another layer, and each layer gets linked to one another through the help of an address which is being created. Okay, so this is the concept of 803 LAN. The physical layer, you can check out what does it consist of. It consists of the medium, maximum segment length, the topology which is being used. It uses maximum the bus and star and the point-to-point link protocols is not being used. And what will be using in the beginning, it was said to be used with the coaxial cables. Then it came to twisted pairs. Then optical fibers are being replaced, and they are said to be transferring the information from one end to another end through the help of the transceivers. And in between you have the hubs and switches which will help you out in getting connected. Okay, so this is the concept, and you have the Ethernet hubs and the switches also, which get connected from one area to another area, from one system to another system it gets connected, and through the help of a CSMS CD it will be rectifying the errors. Okay, and scalability, it can have a maximum scalable probability is said to be high when the information is being transferred, and the information is transferred 100% without any errors. If any cable problems are there, then only the information it will not be transferred. Okay, this is the concept of your Ethernet which you have learnt. Okay.